everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Alan and this is my life in Taiwan, a country in which I have lived for over 12 years of my 37 on this planet. And to be honest, although the title might seem a little bit clickbaity, it's a place that I could never imagine leaving. But I am not just here to pai ma pi, brown nose or kiss ass, however you want to say it. I really want to be as honest and straightforward with you on this channel. And I really want to try and become the go-to foreign YouTuber that tells it like it is, gives you the good, the bad, and the ugly of life here. Maybe share some of my personal life stories and the difficulties that I face from living here, as well as all of the positives that a life as a foreigner in Taiwan can bring you. So if that sounds like the kind of videos you want to watch in future, then why not help me out a little bit? Find that bright red subscribe button, give it a little poke, and maybe consider ringing the bell next to it, as it really helps me out, gets the channel a little bit more credibility, and it's basically just something you can do for me for free that will really make me happy. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get into the list of things that if I were to ever leave this gem of a country, I wouldn't miss at all. Because believe it or not, life here ain't all sunshine and rainbows. There are some parts of life here that are a massive struggle. And I'm not just talking about the communication problem. That's definitely my fault for being absolutely useless at Chinese, not being able to get those tones mastered. Nor am I going to talk about the old cliche of the traffic and the terrible driving. I've covered that in much more detail before. And besides, the smaller, trivial difficulties like that are what give Taiwan its charm and allure of a life outside of the normal day-to-day many of my friends are facing back home in the UK. No, what I want to talk about, what I want to focus on, is the more deeper emotional feelings that being a foreigner here conjure up inside of us. And basically, all these feelings stem from one thing: we just don't fit in here. Taiwan is still an incredibly monoculturalist society where anyone that looks different to the typical Asian stereotype stands out like a sore thumb and is immediately identified as different, regardless of their true level of integration within the society. Take my friend Ufeng, for example. I'm sure he won't mind me talking about him and his situation, and I'm also sure that he won't mind me saying that he is Taiwanese. He has a passport, writes and speaks Mandarin better than many locals, has a very good understanding of Taiwanese cultures and customs, but he doesn't look like everyone else here. And I'm sure he still gets the occasional person who is shocked when they hear him speaking such perfect Chinese. Taiwanese people just don't expect Westerners like us to be so ingrained in the culture, and as such, we get treated very differently. From very small things like kids pointing in the streets to the more serious case of discrimination, I really feel that even in my lifetime, Taiwan will never truly accept outsiders as truly Taiwanese. And that is something that I miss from living in the UK. The ability to be able to blend in, to be a nobody and just go about your day without being different. And yes, I know I decided to become a YouTuber, so I know I'm not exactly making things easy for myself in blending in. And I'm also aware that if I was Taiwanese making these same videos, nobody would care and my channel would struggle. I get it. And I have mentioned before many times that Taiwan affords me many opportunities that the UK and other countries wouldn't have done. But when I came up with the title for this video, I sat down and started to list the things that I thought I would talk about, but they all kind of come from this main topic, and I don't know how I can overcome it. I went out on Wednesday and had a few beers, and on the way home, I was definitely a little worse for wear, and if I'd fallen over or possibly fallen asleep on a park bench somewhere, as I may have been known to do in my younger years, then I'm sure it would cause a much bigger fuss in the community than if it were a Taiwanese person. Let me know in the comment section if you disagree with me on that point, because I do have some friends that have faced this kind of problem before, and it's something I am much more careful about now that I have this channel. Actually, even last week, me and Prozzy had a poker game in the house and had a total of 5 friends over, and we were chatting, having fun. Typical Saturday night social event. But the next day I received a call from the landlord explaining how several members of the community had asked him to kick us out of the house, not try to keep the noise down in future, not be more respectful. They wanted us out. And luckily he was a nice guy who understood what was going on and just asked us to go out for fun next time rather than disturbing the locals. So I had to ask myself, would that have been the same if me and Prozzy had been Taiwanese? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section, and let me know what you would have done if you'd have been in the landlord's or the local neighbor's positions. Okay, now that's out of the way, there are some other smaller issues that really get under my skin. But first, let me quickly say a big thank you to the sponsor of today's video and a company that has really impressed me since I started using their service recently, and that's Surfshark VPN. And for those of you that aren't sure what a VPN is, well, you are probably one of the people that need it the most. Virtual private networks are becoming more and more necessary in order to protect yourself online. Unfortunately, there are some unscrupulous people out there that will do whatever they can to get access to your computer and your details, and Surfshark VPN stops these ne'er-do-wells dead in their tracks. Surfshark VPN encrypts the data coming in and out of your computer in order to prevent anybody from seeing it. Just to relate their service back to my life in Taiwan, as well as protecting my internet connection from criminals looking to hijack my Instagram account or steal the 600 Taiwan dollars that's in my bank account, Surfshark VPN also allows me to literally change the IP address of my computer in order to fool the internet and service providers into thinking I'm actually logging in from various countries, including my home country of the UK, meaning that I can now access BBC's iPlayer, which is only available to residents of the UK, and now the Premier League football is back. Every Sunday morning, I get to watch Match of the Day, just as if I was sitting on my mum and dad's sofa back in England. In this day and age, there is simply no excuse not to be using a VPN. And with my code, which they've made super simple for you, by the way, it's just my name, Alan. With that code, you can get an 85% discount as well as 3 months free service. And if that's not enough to convince you to sign up, there's also a 30-day money-back guarantee if you register for the service and then you discover it's not what you were expecting. Go check out the link in the description below. They offer 24/7 live support if it's something that's completely new to you and you have any other questions. But as for now, let's get back to the main topic of the video. So another aspect of life that I don't think I would miss if I ever left Taiwan would be the weather. And wait, I know I said I'm not going to mention the trivial little detail things, and I know the UK has the worst weather imaginable, but I would say that I can only truly enjoy Taiwan's weather for maybe a couple of weeks in March, and then maybe another couple of weeks in November, when the weather is what we would describe as mild. But other than that, I'm either freezing to death during the months of December to February, getting soaked in rainstorms April to June, or just sweating bullets the rest of the time. Yes, it's nice to look out of the window every day and see a nice, bright, sunny day greeting you, and especially if the pollution is on the low side, then a beautiful blue sky in Taiwan is absolutely stunning. But the extremes of the weather here just get me down sometimes, and because of the nature of transport using scooters, we are always at the mercy of the weather, as driving a car within the city is just too inconvenient. I guess I'm just a mama hoo-hoo kind of guy that just likes everything to be pretty stable. And Taiwan's weather is anything but stable, and is definitely at the extreme end of the spectrum, and just gets me down sometimes, especially if I arrive at work or a meeting with my t-shirt either soaking from sweat or my socks absolutely drenched with rain. Again, it maybe links back to my original main point of the video of standing out too much, but when a 100-kilo foreigner arrives at a meeting completely drenched from rain or sweat, or sunburn looking like a lobster from an unexpected sun shower, we just stand out even more and more, and the local Taiwanese will definitely not hold back when showing their feelings regarding it. But now let me open up the question to you guys, whoever you are and wherever you're watching from. What are the things that you won't miss if you ever leave Taiwan? Or if you've left Taiwan already, what are the things that you definitely don't miss about living here? And of course, to the people that have never been here, after watching all of our foreign YouTuber videos, what are the things that you think you wouldn't miss if you were to come here? As always, you can leave a comment in the comment section down below and we'll have a chat. Or if you want, you can follow me on Instagram and message me there if you have some more constructive feedback on this video. If you've enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for future notifications of videos coming soon. And of course, thanks to Surfshark VPN for their help in supporting the channel. Don't forget to go check out their link in the description down below. But I think that's about time to wrap up and say goodbye. So as for now, and as always, I'll see you next time in My Life in Taiwan. Peace.